Alright, hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, of course, we are going to be continuing on with the Super Easy A Super Vegito showcase. This guy is just... I had a lot of fun with him in the Goku Frieza fight. Maybe that's the best way to put it. I think he's pretty insane, though. I mean, we'll see how he looks through a couple of these other fights. Like I said before, right now in the game environment we have, I think Bulma is just kind of like really annoying to do for not that much difficulty. Goku and Frieza, I still think, I mean, it's a really easy fight now, but it's still a legitimate fight. I would say the stages that caused me the most trouble were this Vegeta's story Saiyan Saga and the Goku story Namek Saga. So, I mean, I'm bouncing around with those sort of 3 stages for showcases right now. Once we get some more stages, I'll probably use some of those as some more showcase fights. But for now, I'm just maintaining it to these 3. I don't, see the reason to, like, dick around with, like, oh, we'll go Vegeta Blue from 9th anniversary. Like, I don't need to be doing that, all right? We know how that'd go. But that being said, let's just jump in. This guy is just like the epitome of why you don't let Twitter influence your opinions and just try characters yourself. You gotta try characters yourself. Because, I mean, Twitter was just ragging on this guy. I mean, you'd think he was like the biggest failure ever. And then he comes out, and all of a sudden everyone's switching up. I was like, that's why, I mean, I don't even know where I'd look to do one. That's the reason why I don't mess around with all that private server stuff. It just... I feel like people always jump the gun when it comes to that stuff. And it's better to just wait and see in game. All the time. Not even like some of the time. All the time it's better to see in game. So, that being said, I do think, we're in for just the Vegito special here. Not a single crit? Oh, that's actually very crazy. Wow. So my Vegito has 19 crit, so that's 38% chance. And, I mean, he builds up to 60%, so we're getting 15% per. So we got 15 the first time, 30, and then 45. I mean, I guess to be fair, like, statistically, it's not the highest chance even still, but I feel like it's kind of surprising me to get even 1. I mean, that is the thing. He doesn't have, like, guaranteed crits. So sometimes his counters can be not as good. But, he does build up, right? So, once you do get him fully built up, have next to, like, Super Tech Vegito, which is, I mean, I've been seeing some people, like, say some different things, but I just don't see how. It might just be, like, part of, like, some people are like, I don't know. It's, try characters for yourself. For me, Vegito is the best unit I've ever used. That doesn't mean he's, in your opinion, the best character you've ever used, right? I mean, I've been playing the game for 7 years. I do think taking that experience into note is something to do. But at the end of the day, all these characters do just RNG, right? It's not like, it's preordained that Vegito is going to be bad for you or something. But, I mean, you could fail his, I mean, what is it, a great chance to get the super? Like, every turn, right? Yeah, it's a great chance. I mean, you could have this every single turn, you fail that great chance, like, oh, well, Vegito annoys me because I always fail that chance. And that's valid. Someone is going to be using Hirudegarn, and to this day, he barely fails a dodge, and, someone else is going to use him, and he's going to fail 5 dodges in a row. Like, it's just... You do gotta use these characters for yourself. But, I mean, Vegito, it's just like... It does suck to see someone get overhated for, like, 9 days straight, and then he just comes out in the game, and suddenly everyone switches up. It's like, come on, why'd you even, like, go on the pout tirade before then? I don't know, it's just always better to wait and see in game. I mean, of course, I am someone who somewhat jumped the gun. I don't even know if that's fair. I wasn't making content at the time, but I really did not like Super Saiyan 3 Goku from his details. I mean, I was looking at, like, him in comparison to, and which sounds crazy because you see like guard 90% damage reduction and shit. It's like, how could you not like that? It's like, I was just sort of blinded by how good Majin Buu is. I do think I still like Majin Buu more, but certainly it cannot be overstated. I mean, how valuable Super Saiyan 3 Goku's consistency is. I haven't been using him as much over this last like week or two-ish, but I have been using him quite a bit. Still, I mean, since Golden Week, he's definitely very, very fun. Very, very good. And it's just like, oh, okay, you're gonna Super Beast, buddy, huh? Yeah, Super Beast. She took damage, okay. Never mind. I was not expecting that. Now, I mean, in this team, it's just the new leader skill. It's so like, what are we gonna be in for? You know, part 3. You know, part of me feels like it might. I was doubtful for a while, but part of me is thinking like, well, wait a minute, are we actually gonna see some like 7th anniversary level power creep? Because you know they've spent these last few months focusing so much on new players, and if they make the stage is just so hard, it's like, well, how's this good for new players? And I think maybe the angle they're gonna try and go for, as crazy as this sounds, is, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what even these like part 1 Goku Vegeta story fights are like, let alone part 3. But you know, I think the angle they might literally try going for is just like, the fights are so hard that it resets the entire game that it doesn't even matter, like, if you're a new player. I mean, of course, a veteran player would have advantage via, like, knowledge, experience. But they very well may just make, you know, Red Zone Broly 2.0, which, to be honest, I would be fine with that. The Cell Max fight, Stage 1, and Red Zone Broly are some of the most fun I've ever had with this game. I know a lot of people don't like that sort of stuff, but, and I feel bad for them. But for me personally, I mean, I do play, like, you know, Souls-like games, for example, and that just sort of thing is really fun for me. So, it's just, and like, I throw them in slot 1, of course. We don't have, you know, this fight doesn't get really scary until you get, like, under this guy's HP threshold, which, I mean, I think it's, like, what, like, 40-50%? But this will be a good way to showcase what some of these normals can be like, because we're going to be able to get Vegito out next turn. And, I mean, paired next to each other with the support and everything, it really is such a crazy rotation.
Alright, so we're back. I had to cut away for a moment. Here we go. I guess, like, there's no reason to just not use Vegeta here, right? I mean, I don't, like, this team is just so busted that it's more like I want to see the special animation than anything else. Because what's going to happen is by the time we get the next turn, you know, between both Vegitos, it's just GG.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the guy who's gonna stop you.
I mean, I don't like it's just like, what do they do? Right? It's like, I mean, this team feels like so awesome to use, right? I don't, the part 2, 3, whatever power creep has to be so insane. Yeah, I mean, it has to. If you look at this, like, what we could just win with ease. And, like, it's a real issue that, I mean, Super Saiyan 2 Goku is still good, but, like, it's going to be tough to get out Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is so crazy. But, like, I mean, it is going to be, so, you know, it's not completely in my control. I mean, certainly I could make a play, you know, try and take some extra damage, but, you know, more or less, it's just like, well, I gotta wait and see if I somewhat get caught. But, I mean, we have 833,000 HP, right? We have, like, the best units in the game on the team. It's just, I really like what they did with the leader skill here. You know, power creep and categories. It's just a lot of fun.
This energy. Could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it was you. Kakarot.
All right. So all that being said, that is still one of my favorite animations. By the way, this is like perfect for Vegito. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fuse into Super Vegito. We'll keep him in slot 1, and then we'll just keep AGL Vegito there and see what those counters are really gonna do.
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please. Vegeta, give it to me now. This is what I'm supposed to do, right? Yep. Thanks, Vegeta. This is Super Vegito.
Okay, here we go. Now, obviously, when we have Vegito out, you know, we do have 6 out of 7 here, and then we have our last, what is it? The, shocking speed? Yeah. So, I mean, perfect 7 out of 7 right here. And obviously, we have the support from Tech Vegito. I do believe we're fully built up at this point too, right? If not, I mean, we're right there. So, I mean, this is just going to be an absolute slaughter. So, between, like, it's so broken, right? I don't get why people clowned on this guy, because what's going to happen here is we're going to have a turn where he's shooting out these, like, I don't know, 5.7 mil, counters, but the thing with that is it's not actually, like, 5.7 mil. Counters, I don't understand why they do this, but they don't, like, actually show the counter multiplicative. So, I mean, they actually do 3 times more. So, what we're going to see here is 4.8, okay. No crit, though. Into another 4.8, right? Into another 4.8. Like, it's just... Oh, wait. We dodged. That's actually kind of annoying. 4.8, like, it's just non-stop free damage. I mean, we did a kill, but, like, the point is, I mean, we did what, like 2 health bars there with just counters? I don't see the hate for this character. I really don't. I guess maybe there's not as much hate now. A lot of people are seeming to really like him now that he's in the game, but, like, I didn't really understand the hate before. Yo, AGL UI, you fucking bum. No matter, because I guess now we can fuse, we can go Super Saiyan 3 and fuse over here. Alright. Well, now it just... Oh no, what am I gonna do? Full health. Like, it's just so busted. It really is. Now, I would put Vegito there if I wanted to end this. Have him next to, like, Gogeta. But I don't. I would much rather get one final turn of AGL Vegito, so I'm gonna do that, make sure we don't take advantage of his counters. It is insanity. Really good insanity what they've done. I'm a Vegito fan. I love counters. I love stacking. Like, this character is just like feels like a custom made for me. I don't know. And then we have AGL Vegito, which is just going to be immune to any single normal ever. I mean, he'll die to the supers, but the amount of damage he's going to be dishing out in the meantime, it's just going to be so crazy. And the thing is, with him, all of this sort of build-up is like Phase 1, Phase 2. If you can, well, I mean, I guess his own super attack is worth 35% attack. But if you can really get some super attack support, like say you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Or, Daima Goku. Am I even going to get to see him again? Like... Okay. Now, I don't have either of those characters myself, but, I mean,
using Daima Goku specifically as an example, I mean, he can get up to what, like 122% SA phase sort of attack support. I believe that's what it is. So, I mean, you're practically going to, like, I don't know, double EGL Vegito's damage with that kind of support from the counters. I mean, more or less. It's just, it's so crazy. It really is. I really do, like, it's just, it's so fun, right? It really is. Oh no, there's a super there. Well, that's annoying. Because this guy just dies to supers. Right? I don't need to. Wait, what order is it in the attack phase? It's the first one. Yeah, damn. Well, that's out of my hands. I mean, I just gotta do this.
Witness the power of the Patara! I won't hold back! Take this!
Okay. Now, obviously, we have the really busted target. Like, you know, having 3 of those on the team with 3 full heals, and it's just, I mean, to be fair, that Tech of Vegeta one is limited, but like, well, actually, is this even a full heal? It probably only heals like 30%. Because, I mean, you only need 30% technically. Yeah, because you can only fuse when you're 70% or above, so, I mean, it's still a full heal practically. But yeah, I mean, this is just GG, right? I really would have liked to take advantage of AGL Vegito a bit more, but I mean, it's just not going to happen here. He can't take supers. Which, I guess, to be fair, this is also a good point for him. It's like, you know, he can't take supers, but guess what? We have fucking 50 scouters on the team. You know? We have his best partners on the team. So it doesn't matter if he can't take them, because you can always just put him in the next slot. He can always be safe. The only time this guy is going to struggle against a super attack is if it's an AoE super. You like have to intentionally sabotage him in order for him to look bad. Because if you have 2 Super Vegitos, Super Gogeta, if you want to run the Strength Super Vegito, like, you know, when Voldemort comes out in, you know, 2 weeks or whatever, he's probably going to have a Scouter. Like, AGL Vegito has his own Scouter that's conditional. Like, there's just so many ways to tell where a Super is going to be, and so many really, really, really good characters that can sit there and take it, that, I mean, I don't, it's literally just your fault, right? It's just your fault if you die to a super with AGL Vegeta. I mean, certainly if it's like the first, I don't know, 4 turns, right, and you die, okay, fair enough, right? But I mean, once you're able to actually fuse, I mean, you have no reason to like set him in slot 1 other than like testing how much he'll take. But I mean, I've already done a bit of that, and I conclusively know that any of the big supers he just dies to, which is, you know, fine. Every character is gonna have its weaknesses, which is, you know, why you don't. you just don't put him in front of the super. Like, it's as simple and complicated as that. As long as you don't, he's immortal. He does a million bajillion damage. Easy peasy. But yeah, there we go. That's Saiyan Saga sort of complete here. I would have liked to get some more damage from him, like I said, but I mean, to be fair, that is also really good to show and like a showcase for him. Is the times that we can't take advantage of all of his counters because there is a super. It's not because I'm just like guesswork. Oh, there might be a super there. I don't want to. Ooh, should I put him in slot 1? No, it's because I literally know, because the team is so fucking busted and he has his best partners, that it's like, okay, well, super, unfortunately, well, I put, you know, best unit in the game who eats this for free there instead. It's just so fun. It really is. But yeah, ignore the clear time, by the way. I ended up having to do something, and then after I ended up doing something, I ended up falling asleep, and it was a whole thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure I ended up missing a login day because of it, unfortunately. But it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.